have your hot water.
Let's get the old Duramax started. I just realized I haven't even said welcome to the video. Welcome to the video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for going down and leaving a like. And if you haven't, then no thanks to you, okay? We did get some work done with the Cummins over the past week or so. What I ended up doing, you guys know, I had this Fender sitting. I finally got the Fender on. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why this inner fender is missing. Because you gotta split them, and it's a pain in the dink. It really is. So you'll see, as the fenders came to me, it's just this piece right here. It has nothing to do with the inner fender. So what I did was I took the old one off, and I realized that this inner part is attached. It's all attached as one. So what I ended up having to do is going around with the cutting wheel and cutting this whole seam all the way down to the front. You can see the front right there, and just going back and giving it a couple of tacks just to keep it in place. I'm eventually gonna tack and weld as much of this as possible. It's on there, it's solid right now. It's a little bit ugly, but it gets the job done. You can see on the inside it's got a little bit of gap to it. So we did that, and that took a while. That took at least I want to say like 3 hours, something like that. And the other thing I was getting sick of is the fact that the terminals on the battery were just junk. They were crap. So we ended up replacing. I got this terminal. It's kind of a cool thing, but I'm not really sold on it yet. This piece comes off, slides onto the wire here, and then what this does is comes in and screws the two, male and female, together, and it's supposed to stick. I had a problem on both the positive and the negative side, and actually had to go and just end up replacing the negative cable altogether. So this runs down to where the one was on the side of the engine, bolted right to the block. So I ended up just taking it easy, replacing this. It came with a wire off of it anyway, so I haven't traced either one of these back to where their home is, but I figured it needs to be grounded out. So this one is just grounded out as it is. Could use a better ground. Okay, so as I was saying before, I was walked up on. Oh, we got another one. I gotta pick a new spot to do these videos, man. Oh, no, I'm good, brother. Yeah, sorry, just hanging out, something under the hood, but I'll be off in a minute. Thank you for checking. Okay, let's try this again. I've got to find a new spot. Super nice guy for trying. I mean, you see a Dodge Ram with his hood open, you assume something's really bad. I can see his concern. So what was I saying? Yeah, we got the terminals on. We got the battery strap down. We got a spider making a home right there on the terminals. I'm gonna leave him alone. So she starts every time. We got the fender on. Got to get the old antenna out with the wire, attach that, reattach that. The body lines, for whatever reason, just don't sync up. It kind of gets a little tight right here. Kind of the same thing on the other side. And for some reason, this fender doesn't stick out as much as this side. And I'm thinking it's two different style fenders, because this is, I don't know if this is kind of a matte from Sitton. I don't know if he bought it as a package. This came with a truck. That other fender was already on when I bought it, so I have no idea, but she's got fenders that aren't rusted out right now, and so I'm happy with that. And then the only other thing we really got to take care of for safety issues and whatnot, this whole door, I mean, this has a freaking hole in it, so I'm most likely going to end up slicing it, putting a new skin on, tacking it, welding it, Bondo, whatever I can do, body filler. And then we have the, it's just right there, the rockers that I need to put on. We have the bad cab corner over there that needs to go on, and then the worst of it is this body mount, and I'm not sure the best way to tackle it. The body mount itself actually isn't, the rubber's still there, it's still intact. It's just a matter of how I can weld this up. So I don't know if I'm gonna separate it, weld in a new piece of metal, and call it a day. Certainly needs an alignment. I don't want to wear these tires out any more than I have to, and it just needs a lot of work, a lot of work. And it's got little issues surrounding the bed. I'm pretty sure they bondoed this at one point. Gonna have to cut all this out, get a new piece of metal on that. And once all that's done, then she'll be primed and ready for Raptor coating, which is certainly going to happen for this truck. Gonna Raptor coat it, probably the same color that we did the Jeep, my buddy's Jeep, that gray. It just looks so cool. I don't think the gray will look too bad. When you open the door, you'll see the red. Sorry about that, COVID. I'm trying to be as honest and upfront with you guys as possible. I'm not one to really like hide things about their vehicles. My truck is the best truck that you've ever laid your eyes on. I swear to Mother Teresa that my truck is probably the best freaking truck that you've ever seen in your life. No, I'm calling it like it is. This truck is what it is. She's got a rip in the seat. Gonna just stitch that up, no problem. This already disconnected, literally 2 screws. That's gonna get out of here. I ain't gonna plow with this truck. Doesn't even have 4-wheel drive right now. It's missing a dang front drive shaft. She ain't there. Because the guy wanted to do a boosted launch in his Dodge Cummins and went snap like a toothpick. We got panels. I could just lift that up right out of there. So I need clips. I mean, all the clips are broken off. They're all broken off. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna need a new panel, damn it. That side's good. That side, the passenger side is like the best side out of the Cummins. It needs the least amount of work. And I mean, she's got the cracks in the dash. She's got the crack in the windshield. The list goes on, guys. This truck is, it's fun to drive, but it's also a nightmare. And I lose sleep at night thinking about it. And I haven't cleaned it. Maybe I should clean it. Maybe I should do a little bit of cleaning, because I haven't even got the dirt off from when I bought the freaking thing. But anyways, that's enough Dodge Cummins content. I had to do a little bit of work just to get her going again. I was sick of driving her and then stopping the engine to get fuel or drive-throughs, whatever I was doing, turn the key and go and click. That was really a pain in the ass. So getting that battery all situated, getting the terminals on, even getting the fender on, the fender was a bitch. It was a son of a bitch to do. And I'm doing it in the driveway, and my poor neighbors, thank God, they, I mean, I can only imagine what they think. I'm like, watch your eyes, I'm welding. I don't know, I'm just gonna enclose myself up in the fender well as I'm tacking up a fender. I need a shop. I need a dang shop. I got the storage unit, but I got no power, so I gotta do it all in the driveway, and it's a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. So I think that's enough Cummins content for today, don't you think? So let's get on with some, let's go check out the Duramax. I'll give you a lowdown on what the hell's happening with that truck. See you in 1 second. Yep, definitely left those out and about. Those have been in the truck for about a week now. Those don't taste that great. A little bit of talk with the Duramax as far as its future on this channel. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. Things have been doing work for me. She's been good. I just want to do simple things, mostly cosmetic things, because we just did the fuel filters and the oil change. So she's good for a little bit. I don't really have to worry as much driving her. She was I think she was overdue, like bad for an oil change. So that's all done. I have a little bit of rust at the top that I still haven't fixed around the third brake light. I just want to clean that up, sand it, get a good seal around it so it doesn't leak any water. I get a little touch-up spots just that need to be blackened out. I'm not looking for perfection. It's an old truck. I just want to get it to the point where, I mean, it's like a decent truck. I could take it to 603 diesel night when they have it and like not be ashamed of it, like a cooler, older diesel truck. This is really the major part. I have to cut this out, weld a little thin sheet, and just kind of bondo it, paint it, and get that decent. Like I've said in other videos, and I've never done it before, and that's why I'm a little afraid. But I have the whole skin sitting in the storage unit, and that would replace this whole panel. But if I do that, then I have to paint it and match the paint, and it's gonna stick out like crazy. So doing it down here, just cutting out a small section, taking care of the cancer right there, and then painting that small area, it won't stick out as much. And then quite honestly, just going over with maybe a wet sand. I'm all new to paint. I haven't done it. If you guys have suggestions as to what I should do to kind of bring back the paint, maybe just a simple wax. But we have a lot of these things in the paint, this streak going all the way down, that need to be, I'm assuming, buffed out. So I just want to get the truck to the point where she looks pretty decent, and she can do work, because she needs to do work. I'm going to be hauling the Camaro back and forth. I got to grab my cousin's trailer again, so she needs to stick around and do some work. So that's the future of the Duramax. Nothing crazy. She's going to stick with the channel. I'm not doing any build on it. I'm not touching the engine. As long as she's running and running well, that's all I want out of her. And I'll just kind of clean her up as I go. And really the only leak, I have a small oil leak right around the back of the motor. When I did the oil change, I ended up taking this entire bottom pan off and power washing it, and it was covered in oil. So right now I think you can see I got a couple of drips right down here just from sitting. I think I need to tighten up the drain plug just a little bit, and then I think it's coming from maybe a rear main seal starting to go, but I got a little bit of drippage sitting on the transmission right there. So, and then the power steering leak in the front. Is the worst leak, and it leaves these little stains everywhere I go. Those aren't mine. These are definitely mine. Those are mine. I'll claim those. So I need a new power steering pump, and that'll take care of most of the leaks, and then I really don't have to worry about it too much. And she's a pretty solid truck. So that's the Duramax. And now this is my situation right now. We got the wheels. You can see how good the tread is on these winter wheels. Not sure if I want to post them come winter time. Probably get a lot more money, and if I just gotta store them, I gotta store them, whatever. The sled deck and the Cummins, probably gonna hold on to that till the snow starts to fly, get more money out of that. This bike, I just need to Do a couple of cables. I don't think I have any fluid in the clutch. Probably a new clutch cable. Might not need to. That one's not as bad. Neither is the front brake, but this throttle cable is toast. So I need to get to throttle. You like the puppy? Little puppy. That was my aunt's when I got her. You can see it's a puzzle. I gotta hang it up somewhere. Near and dear to my heart. So that's the bike situation. I don't think I'm even gonna worry about wheels, like the rear wheel, a little bit of dry rot. I think I'm just gonna sell it as is while it's still nice out. Get it gone before August. Start her up, make sure she's good, drain the fuel, and just clean her up. So that'll go. I don't need a bike. The dirt bike, like I said, I got the bearing kit for the rear, because it's tough to tell, but this has, well, right there, it's got quite a bit of play in the rear. So got the bearing kit, gonna pull that wheel off sometime soon, get that adjusted, and get these bikes honestly probably ready to sell at some point in the future too. Just kind of bought them, just have a little fun with, and I still haven't done that yet, so we will have some fun before they go, but I need to make room. Get this out of the way. Whoa! Nothing to see here. I need to make room in here because we need to fit the Tacoma. The Tacoma has been sitting down in Epping for quite a while now, and I feel terrible that it's just sitting. Before I even made this channel, I had a Tacoma, 96 Tacoma. If you guys are new to the channel, I'll give you just a little bit of back history, just brief. This truck was new in the family since 96. My uncle, who married into the family, he bought it brand new. He ended up passing away in 99. My grandfather took it over. I was probably 10 when he took it over. So every time I went to Grandma and Grandpa's, it was sitting in the garage, and it was a cool old truck, and I kind of had a love for it before I even started driving the truck. So when my grandfather passed back in 2013, I was 23 or something like that, so I obviously had my license, and I really wanted the truck. But anywho, my other uncle ended up getting it from him. I think he bought it off of him, whatever amount of money. I don't know the specifics. I got paperwork on the whole thing. So he drove it for quite a while till 2017 when he passed. So this truck has gone uncle to grandfather to uncle since new. It's been in the family, and they were just gonna scrap it, and it only had like 123,000 miles on it. This truck I took, I had it for I think a year. I'm gonna do something cool with this truck. I'm gonna turbocharge it. So that's when I started piecing together. I had no idea how to turbocharge a vehicle. I had no idea what went into it. I still don't really know what goes into it, but I just started doing research, and instead of buying like a typical eBay turbo kit, I ended up piecing these things together, getting decent parts. I went with tile blow-off valve, tile wastegate. The only thing that wasn't like a big name brand was the CX Racing Turbo that I bought. I think it was a 60, 62, 63, something like that. Rated for like 450, 500. I wasn't gonna make anywhere close to that. I knew that. I wasn't even running a management system. I just did research, and I know that you could get about 6 pounds of boost off of the stock computer. So that's what I did. I upgraded the injectors. I ended up buying a manifold that was custom made. This guy was doing it off eBay, bought it, eBay parts, but they're all quality parts. Pieced it all together, took quite a few months. I got a pillar gauge that gave me my air fuel, my boost, and my oil pressure. It was the first time I ever had a vehicle with like the pillar gauge. It was like I was in heaven. I was having a blast the first time I started this truck. It was better than Christmas morning as a kid. I was fired up, like top of my lungs, yelling as this thing's making boost going down the road. So that is the game plan. I'm sorry to talk your ear off. I just I was running on the treadmill yesterday, and I know I change my mind all the time. I say it in almost every video. It's just how things are. But this truck, This truck is sticking around. It's stuck around since new, and I feel almost obligated to do something cool with it. And I told one of my uncles that I see all the time, Christmas parties and whatnot, family gathering, I'm like, I'm gonna take you for a ride in this thing when it's done. And when I turbocharged it and it was finally getting to a point where I felt comfortable with it, that's when it lost the oil pressure, and the motivation, I ripped the motor out and the motivation just went. This time around, I'm gonna stay on it, and we're gonna get this thing done. We're gonna get it ready for some serious events, and I want to be fast. So that means with the 5.3, I'm thinking Powerglide or a 4L60 or a 4L80 or something that's going to be able to handle that amount of power. I'm going to have to cut up the tunnel. I'm going to have to do a bunch of work, but this is the start of getting the truck up here, being 100% serious about it. You guys are going to follow along. I hope you follow along. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and getting ready for this content that's going to come up. It's going to be something crazy. It's a very small truck, and it's a decent sized motor, and it's gonna it's gonna be something. I apologize for the non-stop talking in this video. I promise to get some good content very soon. We will get the truck up here, and once the weather, I was supposed to go to the drags tonight, but chance of showers, like this year has been non-stop chance of showers. Soon enough, I'll give you some content on some cool fast cars that we see, and we'll just go from there. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. All you new people tuning in, especially if you stuck around till the end of this video, a non-stop talking. This was a boring video, and I apologize. I know, I'm aware of it. Pretty soon we're gonna be starting our merch line once we get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So once we get there, if you guys are interested in shirts and hats and key tags and all that good stuff, once we hit that 1,000 subscriber threshold, that's when I'm gonna start doing things like that and taking this channel a little more serious. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys, as always, I would say it, keep it weird with the builds. LS in a Tacoma, who would have thunk? It's gonna happen. You guys stay tuned. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
I had to tell myself, don't leave. Baby, why don't you come with me? Hiking up that hill that's easy. Oh my God, look at all my sauce. See me going crazy, like in the 80s. Looking at me like, where are all my flaws? I don't know, I'm feeling lazy. Don't even care now, all up in Japan right now. I'm pushing for that moolah like a brand out now. That 808 be kicking like a penthouse.